So many people think you need to wear braids, twists, wigs, back to back to back to back to grow your hair. But the truth is, some of the best protective styles for massive hair growth do not even need you to add extensions to your hair. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the best protective style options you can go for if your goal is massive hair growth and length retention. And you can do all of these styles on your natural hair to help you retain length, reduce excess hair breakage, and promote healthy hair growth, all without adding extra hair. I can speak on this topic because I opted for doing protective styles without adding extensions for 2 years, and I was able to grow my hair massively from this to this. I saw a whole load of difference, and I was able to transform my hair and get it to a healthier state. So whether your hair is short or long, I'll share easy options for protective styles that you can do even by yourself at home without stressing your hair, without stressing yourself, and without causing your hair strands to snap or break excessively, which will lead you to retain length, because the entire goal of protective style and what your reason for making protective style should be to preserve your hair, keep it healthy, and retain length so that you get the hair to grow longer and fuller. Now, you may be wondering, why does protective styling even matter, and why is it even called protective styling in the first place when it's the same thing? We are getting our hair done whether we add extensions or we don't add extensions. I'm going to tell you the difference between protective styling and just doing your hair. There are so many hairstyles that you can do, especially when it comes to adding extensions. You can make box braids, you can make knotless braids, you can make boho braids, you can make twists, you can make Senegalese twists, you can make cornrows, you can make Ghana weaving, whatever you want to do, you can name it and make it. But as long as you add extensions, the manipulation of that hairstyle goes up. The way that your hair is going to respond to that hair is going to also change, compared to if you make a hairstyle without adding extensions, meaning you make the hairstyle with just your hair. When it comes to most of these hairstyles that require adding extensions, especially braiding hair and the likes, you have to make sure the hair is very secure inside the extension so that there will be no disparity between the extensions and your hair, and so that someone will not look at the hairstyle and be able to tell where the extension starts and where your hair starts. So you have to really grab your hair, really stretch your hair, really add tension or apply tension to the hair and the scalp to make sure that the hair comes out looking neat and presentable. Whereas when it comes to protective styles are all about minimal manipulation, protecting the hair, keeping the hair healthy, and making sure that it grows while you are still keeping it styled. And so it's about reducing manipulation and protecting your ends and the body of your hair. Now, some styles that are protective styles are chunky braids, chunky twist, cornrows, mini braids, mini twists, which is why from time to time we see people going on challenges where they do something like mini twists for a very long time, or they make mini braids for a very long time, and by the end of the challenge, let's say they did the challenge for 3 months, meaning they made mini braids for 3 months and they did not loosen the braids, you will see that their hair is considerably longer and thicker compared to when they first started their challenge. Another goal of protective style is to give your hair a break from daily combing, stretching, daily manipulation, and still give you space to moisturize your hair and condition your hair. However, if you do these styles and you add extensions, you'll be causing yourself and your hair more harm than good. The amount of pressure required to apply these extensions and keep them in the hair usually ends up leaving the hair broken, damaged, and even shedding a lot in some areas of your head. While we're watching, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to help with engagement and to help the video to get to the people who actually need to see content like this here on YouTube. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for yet another video. Each of these hairstyles are simple, they are versatile, and they require minimum manipulation to get them done. Starting from the first one, which is two-strand twist. Two-strand twist can be done in any size, whether it's big, medium, small, whether it's mini, whether it's micro, but they keep the hair protected very well. They keep the hair conditioned because they lock in the product into the hair, and they're also very lightweight and easy to carry. And for each of these styles, the longer your hair is, the better it is for you to get the style done, and the better you'll be able to like the style. Most people have a problem when they do these styles on short hair and they don't add extensions because they feel like it gives them an awkward look. They feel like it falls or it just stands straight all over their head, and they don't really like the look. So I have to point out that the longer your hair is, the better you are going to enjoy your style and the better you may even like the style. But this is not to say that that if your hair is short, you should not make these styles. You can make these styles and you will get used to it. You can make these styles and you can use accessories to beautify the styles. You can make these styles and you can wear things like scarves. You can use clips to keep your hair looking very beautiful. Keep the goal in mind. The goal is to make sure that your hair is healthy and you reduce breakage while growing your hair very fast. Braids also fall under the same styling as two-strand twists because they also come in chunky, they come in medium, they come in small, they come in micro, they come in mini. People make all manner of variations when it comes to these styles. And when it comes to the braids and the twists, if your hair is long enough, when you make these styles, you can even rock it in an updo. You can braid it into any style that you like, and so you'll be able to enjoy the style in any way, shape or form. Moving to styles like cornrows or flat twists, these ones are another variation that are very low manipulation and they keep the hair very well protected. They also help you retain length, another thing that is the goal. So they help you retain length and they are very, very stress free. They also enable you to wear things like wigs on top of the protective style. As opposed to the mini braids and the mini twist, they don't leave your hair puffy, meaning when you make flat twists or cornrows, they are very flat, like what I have here on my head. So they are very flat. They enable you to wear other types of extensions or wigs or weaves on top of your hair. Like this ponytail that I have is detachable, so when I want to rock my style on a normal day, I don't really wear this. I just leave the style like that. So with styles like this one is done in an updo. This is called shuku. So these are cornrows done in an updo. This is a good protective style, and I did not add any extensions to this because I didn't want to and I didn't need to. You can make styles like this and just enjoy your hair. A style like this will last me anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks, and I'm very okay with that. This morning I sprayed the hair with some water and I applied oil between the braids. Very low manipulation, very low maintenance. That's all I need to do. Once my style is old, I take it down and I make the next one. Majority of my styles, I make them without adding extensions, and doing that for 2 solid years really transformed my hair, and it took my hair from looking thin all the time, even though I have a lot of hair, to looking fuller and looking more voluminous and also looking shinier because I was able to moisturize when necessary. So styles like flat twists and cornrows are going to give you this advantage. You can always wear your extra extensions on the style. You can always wear your wigs on the style. You can even install frontals if you like frontals on the style. But the more you do different things, you have to note that there are disadvantages and there are advantages. If you like frontals and you make a lot of cornrows, you have to be careful and wary of your front hairline so that you don't lose all the hair in the front when you are trying to preserve your hair. All of these styles like flat twist and cornrows also have different ways that you can style them. It doesn't have to be all in one direction. You can play and create beautiful styles like this. There's beautiful patterns like this. I'm going to attach a picture of the back of my hair so that I can see that it's a very beautiful style at the back. And because of this, I really don't have a problem with wearing very simple styles. People like my hair however it is, and I like my hair however it is. People always have this idea that when they wear their hair the way that it is, whether it's long or short, they are going to come off as looking unkempt. But to be 100% honest with you, I think we've sugarcoated things enough. I think we've coddled people enough. I think we've used soft voices enough to tell people that they should wear their hair how they like. They should actually allow their own hair out to breathe. It's high time you guys understood that if you want results when it comes to your hair growth journey, you're going to have to let go of the opinions of others, and you're going to have to force yourself to start liking your hair the way that it is on your own head. You cannot say you want results. You cannot say you're trying to get from here to here and you are still complaining that you don't like the way that your hair looks. You're still complaining that you don't like the volume of your hair, you don't like the texture of your hair. The best way to get your results, the best way to accept your hair is to force yourself into it if you cannot get there gently. So force yourself. Whether you want to style your hair and you don't look in the mirror before you go out, you do that. Whatever it is you need to do, you do it to make sure you get to where you need to be. I'm honestly tired of coddling people, telling people gently that, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. A lot of people don't listen, and because of this, they don't get the results that they want. So please, you have to note that for the results you want to see, you just need to have a very solid mind and heart. And just one very important thing you're going to need to do is to forsake or forgo whatever opinion you're hearing and keep the goal that you're looking for at the back of your mind. This will enable you to keep your protective styles simple as they need to be and get to your goal faster. And remember, like I said, if you make a protective style and you don't like it because you just use only your hair, start buying scarves, start buying clips, start buying little accessories, start buying small wigs that you can wear on the protective style so that you can wear your style very well. If you make styles like mini twist, mini braids, or anything that keeps your hair looking full even though it's in a style, you can buy afro wigs. Afro wigs protects the hair, but your hair is still full under. And the advantage of afro wigs is that even if your hair is very full, that is not laying flat, that wig, the hair is not going to show by the time you put that wig on. So please, we need to keep our goals in mind, and we need to know that there is no need to be shy about what you're trying to achieve. At the end of the day, by the time you achieve that your hair goal, it's other people that will be coming to meet you and ask you what exactly it is you did to get what you actually wanted to get. Then we have buns and updos, and then we have twisted puffs and twisted buns. These are similar protective styles. You don't necessarily need to have your hair twisted away or braided away. For buns and updos, your hair can be twisted and then put into the updo, or your hair can just be styled in an elegant updo on its own without being twisted or braided. But for twisted buns and twisted updos, you are going to be protecting your ends, because for updos are very popular in Africa, and they're usually worn as event hairstyles. So you see people when they're going to weddings, they do updos. Even brides do updos to protect their ends but keep them looking elegant. And one thing about an updo, it will have you looking very elegant. They also give your hair a little room from the constant braiding and twisting that you may have been doing before. And if you've ever made a protective style and then you took down that style and you noticed that your hair was breaking excessively instead of the breakage to reduce, keep watching. I'm about to get into some of the things that you can do to make sure that this does not happen when you make your protective styles. The first thing you want to do is try as much as you can to start on clean hair and a clean scalp. When you wash your hair, or after doing your whole wash day, your shampoo, your conditioner, your deep conditioner, and then your moisturizers, you can leave the hair to dry out, or you can make your protective style immediately after you are done with all these things. What I do is, after I apply the last product, which is a moisturizer, if the protective style I'm going to be doing is going to take a while to install, maybe like a mini twist or mini braids or cornrows, then I'll just put my hair into 4 sections or 6 sections to just absorb the product and to allow it to dry. And then a day after that, I will go ahead and do my protective style, which I'm going to wear for the next 1 or 2 weeks. Then you will need to focus on your scalp care while you wear the style, which ties into what I just finished saying. There is no need for you to neglect your scalp. Your scalp is where all the growth starts from. So there is absolutely no need for you to neglect your scalp when you make your protective style. So like I said, the idea, if you have a hairstyle like this, you can spray water on your hair and then you can apply oil between the braids of your hair. If you make mini twists or mini braids, just find a way to apply products to your scalp so that you keep your scalp moisturized and conditioned, and also so that you reduce dryness, you reduce flakiness, you reduce things like dandruff or inflammation, and you keep your scalp healthy enough to allow your hair to keep growing. So in addition to the light spray that you will spray on your hair, whether it's water or whether it's a moisturizer, a liquid moisturizer, you can also do scalp massages to boost blood flow circulation throughout the scalp, and this will go a long way in helping your hair to grow even healthier. Don't keep your protective style in for too long. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, highest 4 weeks, your protective style should be out. For protective styles like mini twists and mini braids, most of us know if you keep these styles in for too long, if you even want to take a risk and leave those braids or twists in for too long, you may observe that your hair is starting to lock, and that's something we don't want. So if you have a tighter coil type of hair and you do mini twists or mini braids, and then you notice that your hair has started locking, it's very okay to loosen those twists or braids so that you can detangle your hair, give it a little breathing room before you make the next protective style. For your nighttime hair care routine, people just neglect the hair and then they forget that because they've made a protective style, they need to upkeep that style even in the night time. You need to consider certain bonnets, you need to consider certain scarves, you need to consider certain fabric beddings if you can. If you can afford it, if you can't afford it, just stick to your bonnet and your scarf. But you need to get these things so that when you place your head on your pillow to sleep, the fabric of the pillow, which is most likely cotton, does not absorb all the moisture and products from your hair and leave you with very dry hair. Using satin fabric keeps the moisture in the hair still. This way you won't need to moisturize your hair every other day because of the fabric you're sleeping on, but you'll be able to leave your hair and moisturize maybe once or twice within the week. And last but not least, just moisturize your hair lightly to keep it conditioned and to prevent dryness. Maybe within the week or over the course of time that you have your protective style in, you don't need to moisturize every day, you don't need to oil your scalp every day, but you can just space the frequency at which you apply products to your scalp and your hair so that you'll be able to enjoy your hairstyle also without making it look rough too soon. So remember, if your goal is massive hair growth, you don't really need to be adding extensions to your hairstyle. In fact, I advise you do your hairstyles without adding extensions. No extensions is the way to go so that you have room to take care of your hair while you have the style in. These protective styles are all about consistency, gentleness, and adapting to growing your hair without covering it up with the extensions. Once you are able to wear your hair without adding extensions, you will be forced to pamper your hair even better. You'll be forced to take some more time to do your protective styles. You'll be forced to take some more time to learn the styles that your hair actually likes. The extensions just cover up the entire head, and so you don't need to really pay any attention to what is going on with your hair on its own because extensions have covered everywhere. But when you take out the extensions, you'll be able to pay attention to your hair strands, to your scalp, to your hair length, to your hair volume. You'll be able to see where there are deficiencies in your hair routine. You'll be able to observe what is working, what's not working, and make adjustments accordingly so that your results can keep coming in. And that's it. I hope you've learned something from this video. If you would like a full 30-day hair care plan that you can follow for massive hair growth, go ahead and check out my 30-day hair growth challenge. It's linked in the description box, and it contains a weekly hair regimen that you can follow for massive hair growth results, as well as your very own products that you will make at home with the very correct formulas that I also use. I hope you learned a thing or two. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to help with engagement. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.